Welcome back to PipeCast on the final day of Burley Boy Summer Vacation. And we got something special. We have Tabac Manil's Pure Samois La Brumeuse. So, if you saw earlier in Burley Boy Summer, we did La Petite Rebond. Here is La Brumeuse. So let's get over there and look at that big old brick. Alright, so here is Tabac Manil's La Brumeuse of the Pure Samois. So, Samois leaf is a rich, pure... Oh, I probably need to get it. Alright, so here is Tabac Manil's La Brumeuse, pure Samois. Samois leaf is a rich, pure leaf burley tobacco that is grown and processed in Belgium in the Ardennes. So the Ardennes Valley. According to tobacco reviews, it's like the Battle of the Bulge area. Highly reminiscent of smoking a cigar, but in a pipe. It is a fascinating tobacco that has been highly regarded in Europe for well over 100 years. From start to finish, the flavor becomes more and more pronounced, giving a reliable and enjoyable smoke. This is the thick cut version, Gros Coupe, or Coupe, however. So, according to tobacco reviews, well, actually, this is referencing the tabacsamois.com. La Petite Rebond, which we smoked previously, is thin cut. Reserve du Patron is middle cut, and then this right here at La Brumeuse is big cut, apparently. So that's according to their website. It's just a ribbon cut burley. That's all it is. That's all that's in this blend. So as you can see, it's it's just burley. We'll get a little closer here so you can see. But yeah, let's see how it smokes.
Alright, that was La Brumeuse, a pure Samois tobacco, and what I consider the big brother to La Petite Rebond. Now, not only is, we'll just say Robin, I don't like doing that faux French mess, but also I think it's probably, I'm pronouncing it wrong anyway, but because I'm not French, and I'm sure I'm butchering their language. But let me tell you this, it's not just that Robin's a shag cut, but Robin has about 70% of another tobacco, and we've discussed that a little bit. Probably Virginia, who knows. But this is pure Samois. This is pure burley, and it's dry as a bone. It's bone daddy dry, this stuff, and you don't want to moisten it. That's not the way it's smoked. You pack it tight, don't pack it light, and light up, tight and light. And then get ready, because this is my favorite summer blend.
Yeah, we talked about Robin being cigar-y. This is cigar, and man, it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like this so much more than Robin, but that's not to say Robin's bad.
Mm-hmm.
This is just more my cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
I like this a lot. Now, granted, if I smoked this more on the regular, I probably would go to Robin too and try to balance it out. But just on flavor alone, no repetition, just having smoked one bowl of one and one bowl of the other, this is more what I'm gravitating to.
This is, I said in a previous, I think episode 3, or 2, the Cobblestone episode, that this is a good burley, I might actually smoke it during the summer.
Mm-hmm.
This does not count as a burley to me in the summer, because it tastes like a cigar.
Yeah.
Burley doesn't normally taste like cigar, right?
No.
So I know I said that I don't smoke burley typically during the summer. I'm more of a Virginia aromatic. Obviously, if it's blended, it's going to have some burley in it, whatever. But what I'm saying is the way I smoke, burley usually doesn't come into the fray. Now this, I smoke all summer long. I smoke it during the winter. This is what a real Zach rotation looks like, because I pretty much keep it in stock all the time. It's my favorite blend. I smoke it pretty much year round. It is, it satisfies the pipe longing. It satisfies the I smoke it, I kind of want to get up and go. It satisfies the contemplative smoke. It satisfies the cigar smoke. It satisfies the robust smoke. It satisfies the light smoke. It's got everything in it. It's a giant contradiction, and I love it. This is one of those ones where I just can't not talk positive.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's confusing at first because you don't expect something that dry to be that good. The only thing that's negative about it, because I'm going to reach for a negative, is that it burns really quick. So you have to, if you want a long smoke, you're going to have to pack your pipe a couple of times.
Yeah.
The storage is no fuss. There's no such thing as storage. Open it up, just lay it on a counter, and then just pack your pipe. There's no jarring. There's no nothing. It is exactly what you want in a pipe blend.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, you said it. It's like alternate Burley, alternate dimension Burley.
No, I've said that, but I didn't come up with that. Someone else did.
Yeah.
Just making sure that's not. I don't want coin.
You heard it here first. But no, I mean, this is, and what's crazy is so Zach had always mentioned it, like, in passing to me, being like, I want to say you said it's like a good ghoster, like it'll ghost your pipe.
It does. In my opinion.
Yeah. But that was the only time you ever brought it up to me was, hey, in reference to things that ghost and such things. But I thought that, like, because you rarely brought it up, you would have it sparingly. So when your wife reached out to me and was like, hey, what should I get Zach? Is there any special blend he wants? I was like, I know he likes this. I don't know how often he gets it. And then you're over here saying, yeah, I smoke it all year round. I'm like, well, geez, I would have said something different.
Well, I mean, like, this is kind of like the desert island blend of blends for me.
In a lot of ways. Like you said, there's no storage involved.
Yeah, man, what a great point. Being serious. I didn't even think about that. I just like it because it just fills all the gaps.
Yeah.
You want a cigar? Hey, it's got that quality. You like something that's gonna you can be active. You like something that can be contemplated. You like something you just want to focus on the tobacco. This is a very, very, very complicated yet perfect, like, straight line blend. I can't explain. It's so good.
And two, I mean, so you mentioned, it's one of your rotationals, right? Like, this is the example of a rotational blend. Well, before I get to that, this definitely does burn fast. It burns faster than, what was it? 3 Sales? 3 Sales went by quick.
3 Sales was like, gone.
But this is like on the same level with that. I mean, it burns quick. But now, what else is close to this
in terms of
true Zach rotational blend?
Put me on the spot a little bit.
But I think that's pretty much my point, though. Is that this is the end all be all for you?
It is,
because you got to think about anything else that comes after. On the top of your head, if somebody asked you what's a true rotational for you, that's going to come up. No thought.
Yeah, I think it would be like.
Else,
everything else you kind of can be. A good example is like, I love Skiff. That had Squadron Leader recently, and then they flipped, and I'm like, crap. And they're like sister blends, but like I always said, Skiff is the better blend.
Yeah.
And then I smoked Squadron, I was like, wait a minute. Then I went back to Skiff. It's still delicious, So that's kind of like this weird fight between my Latakias.
Yeah.
And then, like, I love Bosun Cut Plug, but it gets into entanglement with 1792 Flake. And then, as far as aromatics go, I freaking love
Grousemore.
Yeah, Grousemore.
Is that what you want to say?
Yeah, aromatic. But I love Grousemore for its lemoniness for a summer blend, so it can't be year round.
Yeah.
But I will smoke Bosun Cut Plug. That's predominantly a winter thing because it's an aromatic like I like. But Rum Flake ends up being a year round, but I prefer it during Christmas. So, this is a true year round.
Okay.
Skiff could be a true year round. Rum Flake, Bosun Cut 1792.
I haven't had 1792. I'm kind of afraid to.
Fillmore.
Oh yeah, Fillmore.
And Peterson, the coins.
Deluxe Navy Room?
Deluxe, yeah, Navy Room.
But I thought you liked. I thought you liked the Scudo more than Deluxe. Did we have a competition on
I think we did, and I think I've switched back.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was gonna say Scudo's really good. It's cheaper too, and I mean both of them kind of pale in comparison to Heinrich's. That log that golly, I don't smoke it that often, but it's better than both of them.
What is that called?
Curly Block.
Yeah, Curly Block. Yeah.
But it's so hard to get Curly Block that you don't smoke it a lot. So then Scudo still wins. There's a lot of factors. This is the only true permanent year-round fixture in my rotation.
And probably because it's the most unique of them all, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing else that's close to this outside of Tobacco Manil.
Right. I love Meridian.
Yeah.
And Meridian could bump Skiff and Squadron at any moment.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. But then it's done it before. This is a true year-round, so this is a permanent.
Yeah.
I don't think I've actually found a permanent outside of Pure Saint Moi or La Burmeuse.
Wow. Yeah, and I can see, I can see where you're getting that from because it's like a lighter cigar. It's on the lighter end for me for cigar flavor.
Yeah.
And right now I'm kind of early in cigars, so I'm kind of smoking the more milder ones, and this is in that realm. I like it a lot. And it just gives something more unique, more. It kind of reminds me of like the Rustica stuff, but better.
Yes.
In terms of flavor, it kind of is Rustica-y,
Mm-hmm.
but to me it's a little bit better. I wonder why. So break it down for me a little bit. So Saint Moi, that's the type of Burley it is.
That's the type of tobacco Burley it is. Yes.
Why does nobody else use it?
Well, I think it's basically only grown in that one valley in Belgium.
Yeah, but
So it's not a. Another thing too, and this is a good point, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to blend this with anything. I'm not curious what this is going to do to another tobacco.
Yeah, but I'm just surprised why nobody else hasn't done that. Because I mean, yeah, it's grown in that one valley in Belgium, but Perique's only grown in Louisiana, in that one county.
Yeah, but it depends on your exports.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just like.
Also, this is kind of like, as good as it is it in terms of like newness, and I don't mean that the tobacco hasn't been grown for a long time, but in terms of newness, this is pretty new on the scene in terms of a leaf for the world. I mean, like the New York Times article that was written about this particular leaf, I think came out in like maybe the early 2000s or the late 90s.
Oh wow.
What I'm saying is like it might have been in Belgium for a long time, but the world writ large hasn't really known about this outside of like this specific Belgique community or whatever.
So I think I was reading that Europe likes this a lot. Like all of Europe is like, this is something that they really enjoy, but I don't see many people reviewing this. Granted, we got a recommendation from Ryan for Robin. That just came out of nowhere. So, like, I mean, who knows? People probably know about it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, honestly, this is a mystery blend
No,
I've ever had.
No, but
I'm just saying in the newness factor for American smokers, for sure. This is a pretty new addition, I think, in terms of it's in the last 30 years. That's nothing compared to the history of tobacco.
But I guess I was just curious in terms of how the world kind of is. Everybody's trying to try something new, and I'm just surprised that nobody has. Maybe they have. We just don't know it. Maybe it didn't take off. But using Saint Moi as a component. I mean, I guess you kind of have a little bit of that with Robin, because it is a component in that
Right.
blend.
Well, I'll say it with Robin. I'll say it here. This is you're going to love it, you're going to hate it.
Yeah.
There's not going to be eh. I say that. I mean, I'm sure there's someone that's like, eh. But this to me is like, oh, I get this. This was for me.
Yeah.
Like, that's the way I feel about it. And then I've talked to people who are just like, I hate that blend.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Because it kind of walks in the realm of Grousemore and Bosun Cut, where it's kind of like that Lakeland. And I think...
this is not a Lakeland.
No, it's not.
It's just got that, like...
It's the same world.
Right,
kinda,
where it's like, people are either going to love it or hate it.
Yeah, yeah. Where, like Latakia, right? Like, I mean, I guess some people love Latakia. But I don't know many people who just hate it.
Right.
Most people are kind of like, they're indifferent to the varying proportions that's within the blend. Right. In Virginia, I mean, you can't hate Virginia because it's basically in everything.
Right. Now, what I'm going to say is kind of... Now, this is...
You heard it here first.
What?
You heard it here first.
This is I'm not a huge fan, okay?
Yeah.
Of what I'm about to say.
Okay.
So, what I'm going to say is right to me, but I'm not a huge fan. You'll see. Lord of the Rings. I'm not the biggest fan in the world, right?
Yeah.
No big deal. I mean, it's fine, but it's just, whatever. But when people talk about getting into pipe smoking because of the way Lord of the Rings talks about the different leaves and smoking and stuff, this is a Lord of the Rings blend.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, when I think of that kind of stuff, when I hear, like, when I watch the movies or, I've read, and they talk about the special leaves and
Old Toby
and stuff like that, this is Old Toby.
Yeah.
This is what this reminds me of a fantasy. Like, if I were to be like, I wonder what they smoke, this is what I would come up with.
Yeah, that makes sense. I want to say I heard, y'all probably know this more than I do, that the cast they all picked one particular blend to smoke when they were filming those movies.
Yeah.
And it was like, correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say it was a Peter Stokeby aromatic. I can't remember which one it was. Maybe some vanilla or something.
I'd be mad. I'd be so mad.
But
I'd be like, I'm not smoking that.
Or maybe is it Peter Stokeby's Golden Twist or something?
Not saying I'm not knocking Peter Stokeby's. I'm saying
the actor should have committed.
Yeah,
Pure Saint Moi.
Pure Saint Moi. I'd been like, we need to smoke Le Brumeuse. That's what makes the most sense. And they were like, actually, we're going with Peter Stokeby's. I'm like, actually, I quit. Yeah, I was like, we're 2 films in. Who's going to be your Gandalf, huh?
But yeah, I think they all like agreed on one, and then they just had like a whole mess of it. And so like anytime there was pipe smoking for the scene, that's what it was. I want to say it was a Peter Stokeby thing, yeah. But which of course, if they made the films today, they would be like, well, we can't have tobacco on the screen.
This is a wizard blend. Hey, gum, because it's magical.
It's magical.
It's earthy magic. This is an earthen wizard.
This is why we're ending on a good note for Burley Boy Summer Vacation, because this is magical stuff. And I agree. I mean, look, I've only had three bowls of it, I think. 3 or 4 bowls of it. And it's great. But I can't say a lot more than what you're saying, because I got limited experience here, where you have years of experience with it now. Since
I can't even tell you how many bricks of this I've had.
I would love to know. I mean, what did you say? You hadn't had a Robin until this year. Mm-hmm. And what, you already gone through 2 bricks of it?
I was like, we'll try Robin, because I like La Brumeuse. I think Pure Saint Moi is good. I bought the brick, smoked the whole thing before we could even get to the next episode. And I was like, he was telling me, he's like, so when are we doing Robin? I was like, I don't know, but I got to order another brick of this stuff because I already smoked it all.
And then, so when we recorded the Robin episode, right, I had not done the breakdown of Robin. So as I was leaving, he had that, that humidor kind of thing, that little box. And I misinterpreted what he was saying. He brought out some baggies for me to put some of it in. I just took the whole thing with me.
And La Brumeuse. He's had it in his possession for 2 months now.
Yeah.
And I refused to buy more because if it showed up, Amanda, my wife, already saw the bricks. So she'd be like, "You already smoked that again?" Like, you know, so I'm not going to order more. So I've just been kind of patiently waiting to get this back. So I was excited about this episode more than anything because I was like, I haven't smoked this in forever.
It's been killing him.
Yeah. I remember I called him the next day and I was like, "Hey, man, you didn't take Robin, did you?" And Brumeuse goes, "Oh, yeah, I got it right here. Why?" And I go, I brought those baggies out. I mean, you don't want to be, I mean, it's no big deal, but I was like, I brought those baggies out. You not, and he goes, "Oh, well, no, I put tobacco for you in that." And I go, "Okay, cool. So you left me with a lesser tobacco. What a friend." No, I'm kidding.
I could tell every phone conversation that me and him have had between that recording and this recording, there was just a little undertone of animosity. And I knew where it was coming from, so I didn't say anything about it. But I knew, I was like, he's a little ticked off at me. I stole Robin and Burmeuse. Well, granted, you did say to take Burmeuse.
I did,
so
but I wanted one of them with me.
Yeah, you wanted one. So I messed up on that. Big time. But so you don't take a man's tobacco.
You don't take his wizard tobacco.
You don't take his Gandalf tobacco. His Lloyd Finster tobacco.
Lloyd Finster's my wizard name in Dungeons and Dragons. And this is the only blend of smoke when I play that on Thursdays. So it's good that my DM is actually taking a vacation to Europe.
Yeah.
We went to Europe. So I haven't had to worry about it. But like, dadgum.
Here's another you heard it here first. I'm about to drop a bomb on you, Zach.
Hmm.
So I was in this D&D campaign with them.
Uh-oh.
And I was Ben Jarvis Greenbottle, a halfling, rogue. Because it just makes sense for a halfling to be a rogue because people already don't see them anyway. They blend into society, and you just don't see them. So whatever. And so we played, and then pandemic happened, and so we started doing more virtual.
We did it. We got on Roll20 and started doing all our
like Discord
our
and all that
gaming
stuff.
on remote through Discord.
And I hate that. I just if I'm gonna play those type of games, I gotta do it in person. I got to be there. I gotta smell the Mountain Dew and the Doritos and the sweat. I've got to be there. Okay.
The funniest part is the last time his character was in the game, my character and his character had just looted a cart, and then the person who was like, "Do you have all my stuff?" He just disappears, and then we've never seen him again. He stole a bunch of stuff and just left me high and dry.
Yeah. But 2 years later, they're still playing the same campaign. They have not faced down Strahd yet.
No, we're right on the cusp.
Well, so a year ago, a few years, I guess it was about a year and a half ago, I started working. I came back to the company that most of the people that play this game are at, and the DM who was at this particular company at that point in time, he's now with Zach at his company now, but it's kind of confusing. He was still at the company that I came back to, and so I went to him secretly, and I'm like, "Look, when y'all get there, when y'all get to Strahd, just call me up. I'm gonna show up out of nowhere and be like an agent for him, and like gone bad." And you just roll me like
you're ruining the ending of the game.
But I told it like a year ago.
We're
and it hasn't
like 2 weeks away from having to deal with him.
So that's what I'm saying. You heard it here first. I'm rooting for Zach because he's probably not gonna call me now. But I was gonna do that. I was gonna surprise you because he kept saying like, you work for that company now, so you got to join the D&D again. I'm like, no. And so I was like, you know what? I'll try to sneak this in, thinking that it was going to be in 2 months. Cause I was talking to him, the guy, the DM, and I was like, y'all close to the end? He goes, yeah, we'll probably be there in about 3 months. And I was like, all right. I said, well, when it gets there,
That was a year ago. We've been on this campaign for 3 years.
So yeah, I was gonna kind of like make a comeback as a villain. And mess with it. So I told Matt about it because Matt also left the group too, the campaign, and he was like, I may do the same thing. So me and him both were gonna just show up as like henchmen before you get to Strahd. and I was gonna it was gonna be a good thing, but I figured, the heck, I mean, it's taking this long to get there. He says they'll be there in 2 weeks. They won't. They won't.
We're in the castle.
They won't.
We're smoking elves, dude.
They won't.
Yeah.
It'll be Christmas, and they'll finally get to see Strahd's shadow.
The object is to get done in a month or so when he returns, so we can, because we got to prep because we're going into a new campaign in October.
Oh, you gonna start a new one?
Yeah.
What's the theme?
It's piracy, like on the Seven Seas.
Did y'all do that on purpose? Because y'all know I like pirate stuff, right? Like, I don't like pirate stuff like I dress up like Johnny Depp on Halloween or nothing. But I'm just infatuated with telling a story on the ocean.
Well, that's what we're going to be. I'm not going to be a wizard this time.
What are you going to be?
I'm going to be a gnome tinkerer. So I'm going to build like a mech suit.
Oh. Tony Stark?
I'm Nomi Stark.
Nomi Stark. Take it easy.
But anyway, La Burmeuse, a little bit of a kind of a sidewinder there at the end, but I don't know how to explain this other than to be one of the best tobaccos.
Yeah, this is, if this isn't a recommendation for this blend, I don't know what is. I'm going to write reviews pretending to be Gandalf the Grey and Tom Maryland from The Wheel of Time and Dalinar Colin. They recommend this blend.
There you go.
So if y'all needed to know, there you go. That's Brumeuse. I like how we say we're going to just say Robin because we don't want to be like. But what do you say? How do you say Brumeuse without going that? I guess you just say Brumeuse.
I guess so.
What's that movie with Colin Farrell?
In Bruges.
Yeah, Bruges. This is in Bruges.
It's in Belgium, so it's in keeping.
There you go.
Bruges is in Belgium, so
yeah. This is Tobacco Mills in Bruges.
In Bruges, starring Colin Farrell.
And wasn't the guy that played Hagrid in it?
No. It was the guy who was the Irishman that was
Mad-Eye Moody.
Yes.
Okay.
He's an Irishman.
Yeah.
He played in
that movie where they hated, they were friends.
That same director.
Okay. Yeah, okay. He's in. They're both in both.
The Banshees of something.
Yeah.
I want to see that movie.
It's not Banshees of Innisfree. No, it's Banshees of something.
Something I can't remember.
Yeah, because he sent me that. And he goes, "If you did this to me."
You have to see the trailer. It's like the Banshees of something.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was like the guy was like, "I don't like you. I don't want to talk anymore."
Yeah.
And he goes, in the trailer, I haven't seen the movie, he goes, in the trailer, he goes, "You talk to me again, I'm going to start cutting off my fingers," because he's a pretty good violinist, I think, for the county.
Oh, yeah.
And I sent him the trailer, I go, "You did this to me? Kiss those fingers goodbye." I was like, "I'm going to talk, and you're going to lose fingers,
yeah.
So just prep yourself."
That guy, the Irish guy, I don't watch.
But he was in Braveheart. That's what I think of him as.
Oh, okay. See,
he was the big son in Braveheart, the one that threw the giant stones. Got hit in the head with.
Yeah.
You know.
I just remember him from Mad-Eye Moody, but I think he played Trump in a movie.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't watch movies about presidents because I don't want to get into it, but I don't care. But yeah, he I think I saw the trailer for it. He did a decent interpretation, I guess.
Kind of looks like him.
Yeah. I mean, in terms of casting, that's pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah.
You don't have to put as much makeup on it.
Yeah.
But hey, that's La Burmeuse. We hope you enjoyed Burley Boy Summer Vacation. Don't worry, there's still plenty of Burley Boy Summer left. But we'll get back to our regularly scheduled programming of just maybe once a week. Now there might be some pipe chat mixed in there.
Yeah.
Maybe sometime on some Mondays.
But those might not be Burleys.
No, yeah. Pipe chat, won't necessarily be. Pipe chat won't adhere to our regularly scheduled kind of thing.
Right.
Pipe chat's more just we're gonna turn the camera on. We're gonna talk a little bit.
Right.
So, just expect what you expect. So. But yeah, that's it. So we hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.
See you.